Right, first video. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a design breakdown. So this is a design I've created a while ago, I think about nearly a year ago actually. My art of course has improved since then, but this is just one of my personal favourites. It's called the Lancer, and I'm going to be talking about sort of where I got the inspiration from. I create loads of designs, and of course it all starts with a very interesting shape. That's what gravitates people to designs. If it just looked like a motorcycle, it would be boring. It would be cool art, but it would be boring as a conceptual design, you know, as a concept. It's very animalistic in its appearance, so we have these sort of shell-like armour here. It's very rugged, it's very heavy duty. It's got, as you can see, some bullet holes and things like that. It's supposed to be like a juggernaut. It's supposed to be like charging into a battlefield in a film or a video game or something of that nature. You can see how I've designed it. These shells or these sort of like plates here are supposed to be very easy to remove for maintenance. You see a double barrel cannon here, lots of inner workings. I love this shape here. You have a single engine on the bottom here. Of course you can sort of get a, that's another very interesting thing and a very important thing when you create a design, is to establish scale, so you can easily see how big this thing is. The pilot would sit here, the feet on the pedals, and the hands obviously attached here. Key features about this design, of course, I've already mentioned the cannons. You also have the fin here. Now the purpose of this is, of course, as it's ploughing through the battlefield, if there's any enemy foot soldiers on the ground, they're going to get a nasty surprise by this fin here. This is, yeah, it's a blade, is what it is. It's a blade, and it's meant to basically split you in two, which is not very pleasant. Also, it can be used for like kicking up dust. The reason why I do this as well, I try and imagine my designs in a context. So I don't really think there's any point just creating a vehicle and then just leaving it as that. I like to write a bit of text about my vehicle to sort of explain what it is, how it works and what it does. It all adds to the believability, and so yeah, this blade has several uses and I explain that here. I find that with my designs, I don't really need to do too much research. I sort of already know what I'm going to create, but I just play around on like a post-it note with just interesting shapes. I'll go into more of my process when I actually do a video from the ground up, creating a design. But yeah, I mean, what it's inspired by, I mean, if you play video games, Destiny 2, the Sparrows, obviously Star Wars with the sort of speeder bikes. It's basically like a hovering futuristic motorcycle is the core of this design. For the tone markers here, I've used the Pro markers from Winsor & Newton, and then I just have some ink work obviously to establish the major lines. And it's all done, of course, with a pencil sketch first. That's always how I do my designs. I also have these very geometric sort of starting points. These add to the end result. It makes it look a lot more technical, but I also just love the look of it. You know, it's not just the design, it's the artwork and everything that goes into it. It does just look so much cooler, and it also just helps you with the mapping out of the thing I struggle most with, which is perspective. Perspective is a nightmare, but yeah, not too bad for this very simple design. But yeah, I hope you like it. Please, you know, share it and all that sort of stuff. This is just a very quick video about explaining my design.